Shoot. Wait, give me a sec. I need to get my board and my marker. Okay, so I just got back from a run in my cul-de-sac. Two things, or at least I found interesting. I used a mask while I was running because of the last time I ran with all this cold air, it messed up my throat. So I found that by using a mask and having it on while I run, it warms it, because I'm breathing in a lot of the same air that I'm exhaling, and it keeps it warm and humid. That way I'm not breathing in cold, dry air, which messes with my throat. But it wasn't that long of a run, maybe a mile or so. Also, it was raining outside, so I'm wet. But that allows me to talk about muscle types. So, we have numerous muscle types in the body. A lot of them for very specific purposes. A great example of them being the eye muscles are both made to be non-tiring, like very exhaust resistant, if that makes sense, as well as be capable of really fast movements. However, there's three types I really want to talk about. So, and they exist on kind of a spectrum, so they can't truly change, but they can take on the properties of the other ones. So, we have three muscle types here: type 1, type 2A, and type 2X. So, we have type 1, which is slow oxidative. Are they oxidative? I don't know. The slow twitch muscles. And then type 2, A and X, are fast twitch muscles. So slow twitch are typically more fatigue resistant. That was what I was looking for earlier. They are more fatigue resistant. Slow twitch. And they are oxidative, because they use more of the oxidative requiring stuff, energy systems, so Krebs cycle and ETC. I misspelled oxidative, that's fine. So fatigue resistant, slow twitch, oxidative. They are really good for long duration activities, so like jogs like I went on, and like postural muscles, so like standing up, keeping your back straight and all that stuff. And then we have type 2A, which is slightly fatigue resistant, not nearly as much as type 1, fast twitch, and they are also oxidative. Then we have type 2X, which is fast twitch, glycidic, and they are not particularly fatigue resistant. They tire out easily. And so, as you exercise, they actually begin to transition from type 2X to type 2A and type 2A to type 1. So what happens is they don't physically change, they take on characteristics. For instance, one of the main distinguishing factors between 2X, 2A, and 1 is the ATP ATPase, I believe is the name of the molecule, that breaks off the ATP in that attaches to the myosin head in the myofilament. So ATP connects to the myofilament myosin on the myosin head, and by attaching to it, it lets go of the actin binding site. So and it cannot reattach to the actin binding site, which is important. So if we break down the ATP, got my hair in my eye. Sorry. If we break down that ATP on the myosin head faster, it can then reattach to the actin binding site faster. So it can contract more. However, it binding to it slower is a benefit in and of itself, because by binding to it slower, it actually gives the rest of the muscle time to relax and time to clean up, essentially. So it takes less time. I'm not being coherent, but basically, if we want a muscle to contract faster and contract more, we want to have a faster ATPase so that it can keep on binding to the actin binding site. So by getting ATPase that is more transitioning it, basically. So in type 1 muscle fibers, for instance, they have very slow ATPase, and it takes a while. And so by training it, we actually make that ATPase faster at breaking down the ATP, which then allows it to be better at contracting, and it can contract faster. All this to say, I'm pretty sure I talk too much, and I talk so much I made myself incorrect. I probably should give myself a little bit of time to wind down after I work out, because like I just walked in the door and like immediately got my laptop out. But yeah, basically we have 3 different fiber types. They are good for different things. Type 2X is fast and really strong, but they wear out really fast. Type 2A is kind of an intermediary. Type 1 is slow, but it takes a long time to fatigue. So as we exercise, we actually transition from type 2X to type 1 without truly changing the muscle fibers types. So like type 2X is always going to be a type 2X, but it's going to be more similar to a type 2A. Type 2A is still going to be a type 2A, but it's going to be more similar to a type 1. And the reason why we want to transition towards a type 1 is because type 1 fibers are fatigue resistant. They have greater oxidative capacities, or oxidative energy system capacity, and are better able to last longer. So that is why we transition this way. Sorry. But yeah, this video is long enough, so I'll just end it there.